Trying to figure out a way to rig this. So give me a second. Gotta rig things up in my area, you know. I'm gonna try and get this right. My apologies. Crazy trying to get this shit out, man. I'm not even sure how censored my page is gonna be on this even. Like, it sucks, man. Cause I do try and do all I can, but a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't. Yeah, fuck it. I thought I was gonna be able to do this another way, but I guess not. I'm just gonna try and make people understand who I am, why I am, and why I even started doing this. I really I didn't plan on it until it happened. I grew up poor, without a father figure, multiple different father figures, abusive men. Me and 4 brothers, welfare kids. Went to foster homes. Been in all the ghettos. Grew up rough in all the rough areas, the projects and stuff like that. North area. Just all kinds of bad areas. My mom, she was a single mother, and she was a dancer. She had me when she was like 16. I'm the oldest of 5 boys. I'm 42 years old right now. We grew up charity newsies, welfare kids, seen all kinds of drug activities. We was with abusive upbringing. The stepfathers and stuff, they was criminals and alcoholics. I seen my mom getting beat on all the time by different men. My brothers, me, we all got beat on. We would have fun, like playing out in the yard, and just we didn't have a lot of money, so we didn't have a lot of anything to do. We hung out with people that was just like us. We all, when you come from the ghettos, you don't have a lot. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to try and say whatever I can on here. I don't want to look at because it's so hard for me to try and get this stuff out sometimes. Because I know I jump around a lot, and I love you all. I really do. I love everyone. Even if you don't know me, I love you. I'm sorry that this world is the ways that it is, but it is what it is. Uh, Me and my brothers, we fought too. You know, we would dog each other because we didn't know no better. We're watching these damn cartoons. I didn't know nothing about the cartoons, but we watched these cartoons and they influenced us, and then our friends influenced us, and then the fighting and the arguing with our parents and the crimes and the criminal activities and stuff around us, it all influenced us. We learned it all from everyone around us. My brother Josh, he was a little different than everyone. He had water on the brain, open heart surgery, so his head was a little bigger than regular people's, and he looked different than other people. He was a miracle child. He was supposed to not even live, and if he was, when they said whatever, he was supposed to be a vegetable. We dogged him when we was growing up because we was babies and we didn't know no better, and we took everything out on Josh. And since he looked different, now I know because of the cartoons, the ways that things are made to look or whatever, we treated him a funny way because of the ways that TV, just we're taught to be mean and evil to people that don't look a certain way. Everyone is, and they don't know it until you look. So that was a part of something that tore him up always, for sure. But that was it. That was him, and I was me, and all my other brothers was them. Things that bothered them a different way too, and it's the same way in every household. And you won't know these things until you start looking into things. So I'm trying to figure out the best ways that I can try and let people understand things without making people feel like I'm trying to tear them down, because my whole life was tore down, and in my life and everything that me and my brothers went through is not fucking right. And a lot of people, it's not right because of the ways that this world's set up, and now I see it. So I'm trying to do whatever I can to explain what I'm able to, the best ways that I can, an uneducated man. But now I've educated myself with knowledge all over these smartphone shit on the internet, and anyone else that trying to act like they're any better, or they're can't do something, or whatever the fucking case may be. You got a smartphone, but whatever you choose to do to make yourself happy is why you don't do shit. You'd rather go out and do everything to make you feel better about your past life of upbringing of whatever it was, and that's what I'm trying to make you understand, whoever you are. We didn't have shit, so we didn't feel a certain kind of love. We didn't get a certain kind of love because they didn't know how to give a certain kind of love because they was young parents. And whoever it was that my father, he was a piece of shit. I never really met him. I just I knew who we knew, and we was not treated right. You know, I'm talking serious abuse. Beat the shit out of me and my mom, and we they it just was bad. We wouldn't have Christmases and stuff because if we did, that the drug addicts that was my mom was with or whatever, and I love my mom. I'm never blaming my mom for nothing, and I just don't ever want her to think anything. She didn't know no better about nothing. We're This is something to try and help the world because we go through the things we do, and we're supposed to be so tough, and we're not supposed to talk about these things so that we can't tell each other whatever we need to tell each other so that we can all figure out who's doing this to us. And this is why I know what I know, because I'm very critical about everything that I've thought about, and I always wanted to be like somebody else because that's all we ever know. We want to be somebody. People don't admit this shit. I'll look at everyone's comments in a minute. I just want to try and keep my mind right. But don't stop commenting. I love you for real. Like so my mom, being the dancer that she was, she ended up getting caught up in some bullshit, and she sold coke or helped someone. No, she hooked some people up in there to sell coke to each other. She just was she was a middle person. She introduced someone to someone, and she ended up getting 5 years. So we went to the foster homes. At least that's what I'm understanding of it. I never really went that deep into it. I remember us talking about it before. My mom's a pretty private person about things, even to us. And I think I remember some of the things, and I'm thinking when I put it all together now, that's got to be why we was in the foster homes, or she was homeless or something. Something happened, and we went to foster homes. It had to have been in foster homes. My mind and my life has been so crazy that I've blocked out a lot of things. But now going through this awakening that I have, I've been able to make myself remember a lot of things. Me and my brother Joey, we was in a separate foster home than me and my brother Josh and Jason. My brother Josh is the one that was having the problems on the open heart surgery stuff, and he was a little different. They treated him funny at this foster home. Me and my brother Joey, we was in a foster home that was a church-going foster home. So it was a lot different. It was a nice home, and my brothers, they lived right around the corner. I think we seen them a few times here and there, but it's still they wasn't being treated right. My mom ended up getting us back though. She was with a guy named Michael. He looked like Scarface, like Tony Montana. This is my youngest brother's father. He was a cat burglar. He broke in banks and broke in pawn shop, broke in all kinds of places. And I was probably about, I don't know, 10, something like that. My brothers was underneath me, every one of them. Then Joey was probably 9, 8, and then Jason and Josh. My mom had kids every year, every couple years. Like, wasn't that far off from being pregnant again immediately. But Michael was a druggie, smoked crack, shot up. He'd always come home with safes at night, or guns all over the bed, or money, or just criminal. Sometimes we'd have Christmases from him doing whatever he was doing, and sometimes we wouldn't. But even though it was Christmases, it would be stolen Christmases most of the time, or Christmases from places that give you gifts. We never really got nothing we wanted. We'd get charity music clothes. People would fuck with my brother Josh all the time because the way he looked, and I would fight them. If anyone in the neighborhood ever talked shit about anyone or anything, even if they was bigger than me, my mom would have me fight them. Nothing that I'm ever saying about my mother, I'm ever judging my mom. I love my mom, and she was not aware of nothing, and we were supposed to do this because this is the program. So if my mom ever sees this, I love you so much, Mom, and I'm not blaming you for nothing. I know she went through her own shit, and she was angry. It's the way it's made. And men, it's always men because she picks the bad men. So she became angry, and she couldn't help it. That's the ways that this world is built, for us to watch the television screens, to chase the alpha man dickheads, is what these women do. Not really understanding or knowing why, and it's been like that for a long time. So that these kids can go ahead and grow up with multiple different stepfathers that are piece of shits that don't really give a fuck about the kids. All they want to do is fuck, or make a problem, or just live that life that they're doing, especially if they're drug addicts or criminals. And it's a constant, everyday, 24/7 bullshit fucking game with piece of shit motherfuckers. We had to grow up in that kind of life though, and we learned from these piece of shits. He would always take mom's rent money. They would always just be high on drugs or whatever, in and out of prison. And we would listen to the music and watch TV and listen to our friends around the neighborhoods about whatever. There wasn't really a lot of time for us because we had to be taken care of. Welfare kids, plus she was dancing, and so she was always drinking. So wasn't a lot of time to spend with us. And there's four of us, and then there became Brian, my brother, my youngest. He was the baby, and he was with that father, the new father there was a abusive guy, but he wasn't as abusive at sometimes, but he was abusive. But the baby is the baby. Now this father that's with us or whatever, people have to baby the baby, especially if it's with the new father and it feels like a new family and it feels like whatever, like, and it's no one's fault neither. None of that shit's no one's fault. It's just the way that we're all taught and trained to try and be a better person for someone that we think's going to love us or whatever it may be. But we was really too young to be doing anything about anything, and I started selling. I wanted better clothes. No one could get me no clothes. He had a drug problem. My mom had to take care of the bills and whatever. I wanted better clothes. I didn't want to be clowned anymore. Neither did my brother or brothers. And all of us didn't choose to be criminals at certain times, but me and Joey did. Me and Joey. Jason tried, and then Josh, he tried a little bit too and got caught up, and he ended up doing some time over the shit. Brian, the same thing. He ended up doing 5 years. We all chose the crime because that's all we really knew, and then Jason and Brian, they chose a working life. I'm proud of them. But anyways, I was about crime. I wanted to be the alpha male. I wanted to be the one going and getting whatever that the television screens and these rap music videos and the fucking rap movies and everything, Boys in the Hood and Scarface and all that. I wanted the women. I was an ugly duckling for real. I felt ugly myself. I had a gap in my teeth, fucking big ass ears, pimples on my face, junky ass clothes, charity newsy shit. I fought motherfuckers all the time because they wanted to try and act like they was better than me or act like something's wrong with me because of my clothes or whatever else. And I didn't like it. So I was going to make something change in my life. And this is what we know, and this is all we know because we don't get no guidance. And I seen him bringing home guns and safes and everything else. So I started stealing car radios and shit. Started stealing whatever I could to sell to get me some nice shoes or to get me some clothes. And then I stole cars and stuff and rims and stereo equipment and got in a lot of stuff. I've been kidnapped, pistol whipped, my whole family held hostage. I've been in big crazy fights. I've been in shootouts. I didn't know no better about nothing, and I thought this is the way we're supposed to be living just because that's how you got to get out of the ghetto or get something to be seen or whatever it is. And I did it sometimes for fun too. I drank alcohol, smoked weed, fucked around with mushrooms, acid, but I didn't know nothing about those things at the time. I just was using it to party. I never was a big drug addict type person or liked a lot of drugs because I seen a crackhead motherfucker all the time and I didn't stand that shit. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way that my mom was an alcoholic and we got abused and whooped all the time for whatever if anyone was upset, and but also she would get beat on all the time by men. And I fought Michael butt naked. He was butt naked in the hallway trying to take my mom's whatever. Like I went through a lot of crazy stuff, and then finally he was out running around too much and took too much, and I was 18 years old and I kicked his ass out the house. He wasn't coming back no more. He done fucked us over too much. I told Mom it ain't happening no more, and I will fuck his ass up if he tries to come back around here, and I'm not playing. And that's when Mom finally got away from him. We dealt with that shit for years. But I was already involved in selling drugs now. Like I'd been selling drugs. I wanted to be somebody, and you get treated a certain way in the neighborhoods if you are a boss. I had nice cars, nice clothes, women, everybody wanted to be my friend. I didn't know nothing about anything except for the things that I was supposed to be learning. I didn't trust school. I didn't like school. I didn't pay attention in school. I dropped out in 10th grade. I got into a fight with some people, got expelled. I just never went back. I went to the year program. I met more criminals in the year program, and we connected in there. And that's another thing. That fucking shit's for jails to hook you up with more criminals. All these things are hook you up with more criminals. I never knew the government was bringing the drugs. I never knew the government was the ones that was making these television shows to make us all do our jobs. I never knew that the government was making and letting all the people and writing all the music and all the songs so that we would all be perfect puppets and robots and learning from this shit to do what we needed to do. I didn't know. I just thought I was cool. Went through a lot of fake ass, backstabbing ass friends because we're taught the same things to be able to go ahead and try and fend for ourselves. Went through a lot of different relationships with women, and I was not an abusive man ever because I seen my mom being abusive. I may have been a player, but I would never be an abusive man. I had my daughter at 18 years old. My daughter was born at 18. I went and did a perm because I got caught stealing. So I ended up going and doing 6 months. And when I got out, I had met a girl. Because of me being a wannabe thug, I guess I was attractive. But I was still a broke motherfucker. And, but I went jacking. I was stealing, and there was no problem in that. There was excitement in it, whatever, for this person. But my daughter was born, and I wanted to change my life. So I got a job, tried to work and do the right thing. I got a hold of the Army and stuff, trying to get in the Army. They denied me because I didn't have a good enough education. They told me I needed to go and get my GED, but I just never did. I went ahead and just started trying to work and doing what I could, and then other men was more attractive than I was because I was broke and I was working a regular job and I didn't have enough time for no one, and there was just so much bitching and fighting and arguing, and I was always begging to try and be somebody for this woman so that I didn't have to be away from my kid, and I ended up being like a slave and a pawn and a little bitch to this woman because if I wasn't bowing down to whatever, I was going to be threatened with my kid being taken away, and I've seen this so many times with so many other people. That's why another reason why I do what I do, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says, and I don't give a fuck who hates me, and I don't give a fuck who don't like me. I don't give a fuck. I know what the fuck I see. I put in the research and the time for it. And I was that dude. I've been with a lot of women. A lot. Because I wanted to prove a point to a motherfucker that took my kid from me, and I couldn't see my kid because now the power that these governments give these people and these women so that they can play us a certain way so that we're always, and then men, we're easily able to shame other men because of these other piece of shit men that end up beating on us or our mothers, so we think everyone is the same way, and that's really not how it is. But women can make a man look like a piece of shit always, and then everyone keeps saying it, and then they're shaming men on TV, shaming men for the hypergamy so that the women will chase a motherfucker that's got more money. So when they're young and beautiful, and when a man is young and he ain't got no way and no one showed him nothing, he ain't got no way to go figure out whatever to try and make all that money to make this pretty young girl happy. So they chase the ballers, they chase the motherfuckers with the money because they want these purses and these shoes and whatever else. Even though they'll work a job and they'll act like, oh, I don't need a motherfucker for whatever. I got my own job and this and that. Some of them will be, they play a different kind of game. They want that extra money too and that fame. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to show somebody something. I'm not going to go be a drug addict. I went and drunk for a minute, and because I was with this woman 8 years. 10 years off and on. Played many different women because of her, because I wanted to fix things with my daughter, because I didn't want to be like my dad. I didn't want my kid going through whatever I went through. But after I got fucked around and I just started going crazy about it. Fuck it. Like, I was already going, I was trying my hardest. I would do any criminal stuff to try and make this woman happy. I'd do whatever trying to make her happy and keep enough money to keep her around, so I could keep my kid around. I tried to work all these jobs and do all the best things, but I never had enough time for her now because I had to work or whatever. I didn't have enough money. And I tried that, and I was just like, fuck it, and then I got caught up in so much shit. So after I got dogged so much, crying in the corner, begging for some pussy, or begging for her not to treat me a certain way, or begging her for not to take my kid from me, or begging for her not to talk to me a certain way, or treat me like I'm a punk bitch like most men get treated out here. I don't know. If not, whatever, whatever. You just ain't got balls like me to talk about this shit. But hopefully I could save some people or something. So I was gonna go out here and be a boss. Yep. Go out here and be everything, all I can be, like I was supposed to be in the trap. Get out the ghetto and go ahead and get it how I live. Be a real motherfucker. So I started doing that shit. Selling crack. Cocaine. Whatever, I never sold heroin. Never sold it. It wasn't like that back in the day, Nate. It just wasn't like that back in the day. It was cocaine and crack and weed and acid and mushrooms. But I started to become a real likable guy, really accepted. Everyone wanted to be around Todd. Everybody wanted some of Todd's dick or drugs or fake friendships. I had all the cars, the clothes, all the fake friends, real as a motherfucker. But I did feel like I was real. Because I was a boss and everybody was going to do whatever the fuck I said, whenever I said it. And I wanted to make a fucking point. And then she wanted to keep trying to get back with me. Now I have multiple girlfriends living with me and everything. Like, oh, you want to play me a certain way? I'll have multiple girls. Because I watched that fucking Playboy House shit, whatever. I was like, you know what, motherfucker, want to play me? I'm going to show you. I can do what I do. I'm going to do whatever. So it became a habit, and I just started titty bars all the time. Cars and running around fucking with chicks everywhere. I just had something to prove. I couldn't see my kid. Because she had complete control. Wasn't my kid. So a lot of my my relationship with my kid was just taken away. I never even got to see my kid all like that after that, and that was my life, man, because I dumped my whole life. I ain't care about nothing. I'd stay at home with her or watch her if I wasn't working, and then work at nighttime or whatever at Consolidated or wherever I was working. I'd work just whatever I had to do. And it's a fucked up prison to be like that, to be worrying about when you're going to be able to see your kid, or you better do everything that woman says, or you already know what the rules are going to be. She'll run off with somebody else. I've gotten in so many fights and caught her fucking, but I'm the dick. I'm the man. I'm that motherfucking, yeah, because I didn't have no money. So it becomes addicting to have all that money and go out here and fucking make it rain, and all these titty bars and all these bitches be on your dick. Even though I didn't know no better about these tramp ass bitches neither out here in these titty bars. They don't know. And I'm sorry, but damn it, I'm pissed. And I'm sorry for anyone I ever offend. But everyone's being taught to chase money. And that's the dumbest place ever to go and try and fucking catch you a girlfriend. You think she'll ever be with you if you got no money? Fuck no. No. Ain't no one gonna be with really no one right now if you ain't got money. Like, if you ain't doing certain, well, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know. So anyways, and you can't talk to nobody about your problems. You can't talk to nobody about none of this shit. You can't talk. You ain't supposed to. You're supposed to be a strong man all the time. And I wasn't. I'm a strong motherfucker. Ain't no one going to be able to just do nothing to me. I'll die first. Everybody should already know that. People know me. They know me. People that know me, you know, but I love people, you know, but I ain't going to let nobody hurt me. But I've let many women hurt me because I'm always thinking about the ways that my mom got treated, or I always thought about the ways that I would never want my daughter to be treated. I always thought about the ways that I seen I would fight motherfuckers that I didn't even know that's putting their hands on a woman. I'm not on that shit because I grew up through that shit. And then the ways that my mom talked to me, not knowing no better. You grow up not realizing that you end up forming to all women a certain way because you feel like they're just all like that or something, and it's supposed to be like that, so you don't want to piss them off. Happy wife or happy girlfriend, happy life. When the fuck is the man going to be happy? Okay, well, it looks like it's going to let me keep going. I don't know what that was, a phone call about a car. Anyhow, so going through all the things that I went through, that's why I see what I see. I seen relationships fail. I seen why. I seen my own relationships fail. I know why. Because I'm a good motherfucker to everybody. And I've seen this happen, and I've been with a lot of women. I've been in a lot of relationships. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I was a fuck up plenty of times, but I know what I did and did not do. So the women's rights movement, I looked into that shit and the truth about it. I looked into the truth about hypersexualization. I looked into the truth about hypergamy. I looked into the truth about this secret meeting that changed rap and a future generation of youth to fill up prisons. I looked into the Federal Reserve. I looked into who's bringing the drugs. I looked into the brainwashing and the dumbing down of the society. I looked into everything that I needed to do to see that the puppet presidents. I looked to see who the fuck was doing everything to us. I looked to see why in the fuck welfare was made, why child support was made, to break down the family homes so that we would have piece of shit fathers in these homes, so that they would beat on us, so that we would grow up and do the things that we needed to do to feel like we needed to feel like, and the women would chase these piece of shit men too. I know what happened. So I done this, and I've been doing this, and now it's like, and when you wake up, it's been instilled into everyone to feel like something's wrong with you because you ain't talking about the shoes. You ain't talking about the cars and the clothes. You ain't talking about the women. You ain't talking about how you want to go run through all of them. You want to fuck this and you want to fuck that and you want to have this and you want to have that, to keep us blind looking the other way so that they can take us away. Look at the look at the money. Look into the money, or don't. People's like, nah, that ain't going to affect me. Yeah, it's going to affect you when your ass is broke as fuck and you ain't able to keep that chick or your kids. And then all of the police officers that are doing their job chasing the check is the same people. The same people's paying every single one of us with the food coupons that are bringing the drugs, that are paying the doctors. The doctors are the same drug dealers as the drug dealers on the streets. The women are supposed to be able to get away with all they are so that they can get us put in jail, men, so that they won't have their father figures and lose their jobs and possibly kill themselves or go turn into drug addicts or alcoholics or more to pump up the drugs. If they wanted them drugs gone, the drugs wouldn't be here. The New World Order is real. Agenda 21 is real. It is. And these women treating men like shit and just acting like they're disposable, that shit's real, can't you tell? They want a hard alpha male, piece of shit dickhead. And if you act too nice, then you might be, something might be wrong with you. And then if you act like you ain't gonna put up with nobody's shit because you've learned this shit, now something's wrong because someone else will. And then they're gonna find out what the fuck is going. And that's the saddest part about all of it. You ain't gonna be able to find a good relationship with nobody unless they're awake, period. And you ain't gonna see grandmothers and grandfathers together no more neither. You know, like I went through this shit in life and I'll be okay. I'm always okay. I've had to start over so many times in my life. And now people act like I'm funny as fuck because I don't want to talk about the same shit they want to talk about. That shit is dead to me. I got the biggest nuts of everybody out here. Everybody wants to sit around and laugh about this dude. You guys don't even know who the fuck and what I've been through. I've been kidnapped, pistol whipped, all this shit. I've been in bad situations. You think I'm going to fucking fold up? So I had, you know, when you have such a big ego a certain way, trying to show everybody who you are in the gangster ass shit in the neighborhoods, you fight a lot. Haters, you know, haters because I was getting a lot of punani. Haters because I had badass whips all my life. Badass whips all my life. All my life. And this shit right here that I got ain't from fucking dealing drugs. I ain't been dealing drugs since 2009. No. Yeah. Before 2009. Right before 2000. Damn, it's been a long ass time. 2017, 2009, I got popped for some bullshit. Meth lab in Valley View. That wasn't even me. It was a friend of mine I'm trying to help out. Anyone can run my record. Run my record, run that 50 on me. Anyone can check on me, see about motherfuckers trying to say I'm a snitch out here because I was getting too much punani. It's all in the game too. It's all in the program. All of it. So I bought, sold, and trade because I've been a hustler for a long time. I knew enough people to be able to do whatever I was doing. I had a car lot and everything. I was trying like a motherfucker to be the best I could to get out the hood. Then you find out it's all a setup and all a trap, and they're paying the police to follow motherfuckers around, and the police don't even know what they're doing. Don't even know they're doing the job for motherfuckers to go lock up the people that the people's bringing the drugs. Or you know what? The gangsters and the drug dealers in the neighborhood, they're growing it in their backyard. They're growing that stuff in their backyard. They learned how to make meth. The hood motherfuckers that ain't got no brains. They learned how to mix up and make the heroin and stuff. Oh, and they went ahead and they started giving it to the doctors that are at the doctor's offices too, to sell and give the prescriptions out too, and the Xannies and all these other things that people die from too, that get addicted to, whatever. But we need these. Medical marijuana will take over. Well, not the medical kind, because they're probably going to be putting some other shit in that. But marijuana is takes over like 80% of any drugs, but no one knows that. No one knows about demons and drugs, demons and music, spirits and alcohol. You don't think about this shit. I never thought about it. Who would? Who would? Don't have to. I'm out here getting the punani, getting the money, getting them bitches, them bad bitches. Everybody's like, damn, look at my nigga though. Look at him riding big every day. Look at him riding with all them bitches. Look at him, he's a boss. Gold grill, gold everything. All gold everything, just like the rap shit. All gold everything. But we ain't being brainwashed. Everybody please do some fucking research. You know, I try and do all I can, and they're censoring the shit out of my page. Like, I can't go live on both my pages. I got at least 1,000 videos on there, but it probably shows only about 800 something of them. But people are telling me now that every time they try and watch any of my videos, that all it does is keeps lagging or stops or keeps buffering, you know. People think I'm an asshole because I know all I know and I don't want to let people just treat me any fucking way they want to anymore. So now it is what it is. Like you don't, as soon as you start to respect yourself and not allow people to talk to you a certain way or don't care to, then now you're even more of an enemy to everyone. It's funny how this fucking place works. But if anyone ever wants any kind of information or knowledge or any kind of links that I could send you to, because I'm not a very educated person, I've educated myself from smartphones, got my own knowledge, you know, I figured some things out. I don't have a problem sending anyone anything. Just check me out on Facebook, send me a message on here. I don't care. I'll send links. I'll tell you what I looked into. But what really got me started looking, and you'll never disprove it, Illuminati leak training video. The only part that they leave out in that is that they're going and jacking all these places for the drugs. That's why they really took over 9/11 for them poppy seeds. You better look into the military men over there protecting the poppy fields. But they're talking about giving the death penalty to all these hood motherfuckers that they done made. That's a good way to get rid of a lot of the population, wouldn't you say? Made them all be exactly what they're supposed to be. Gang, gang, bang, bang. I didn't have a father. I didn't have a father, and my mom didn't care neither. Yeah, gang, gang, bang, bang. Shady motherfuckers. Please help our people wake up. Please help anyone that is in your family that may be a police officer or FBI or DEA or anything, because they may not have known. They've only had 8 hours to school, 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to play all of their existence. And they wanted and had to be exactly what they were supposed to be, just like everybody else tells them to be, so that they can be all they can be for everybody. Not even knowing who the fuck is the one doing it, with the all-seeing eye at the top of the dollar bill, Nubis Orders Seclorum in Latin. How to take over the world, New Age agenda, New World Order, Agenda 21. Fuck all the little sheep. We only going to have one world court after we're done with all the dumbass police too. And dumbass me too. Dumbass everyone. So don't take offense to anything I say, because I was a dumbass too. And we're all still being dumbasses. You know why? Unless somebody pays you. You think someone's going to pay you to tell the truth? Do you? So anyways, I'm going to try and cut this off now, but I love everyone so much. Let me go ahead and look at some of these comments, as a matter of fact, if I can pull these up. I love you guys, and I just try and do all I can. I try and do all I can. I love you, Brian. I love you, Jillian. I love you, Barb. Video messing up. I bet. Nice car. Thank you very much. It's one of few, and I'm just trying, and I'm going to have to sell them because I quit doing everything that I was doing. I was out here buying, selling, and trading stereo equipment, installing it, fucking tools, whatever I could. And I quit doing everything, and I thought I had people that had my back, and I told them that I needed people to help me so that I can try and get this truth out. And they stabbed me in my back. Everyone just kept, and it's okay. I don't care. I'm gonna be okay. I'll always be okay. I miss you all, Brian. I'm sorry. I'm trying like a motherfucker to do whatever I can for every one of us, brother. Buy my kids what they need to fit in. I know it's sad and I know it's the program, but I can't imagine them going through that. It's sad. I already know. So fucked up, shady motherfuckers. That's why they put these other people in these other schools. Shared it up. I don't mind coming here if that's what needed for you to get. I heard that. I love. It's fucked up because that's why these other schools, they have them in uniforms, getting them ready to be in them uniforms, them blue ones and the collars and all that. And then imagine all the shit that they're teaching them so that they can go ahead and be the shepherds and feel good about it and be able to lock people up because their wife at home's treating them like shit, so they'll see somebody that may remind them. It's a fucked up place. It's a fucked up place. But I love everyone. Thank you for watching, all two of you, or three. I'm not censored. No, it's not possible. No. Nope. And I don't know. Bless everyone. I love everyone. I try my best to do all I can, man. And I don't even know how to turn this motherfucker off for real. Like, oh, wait a minute, maybe right here.